This morning on today's Wedding, Modern Love, the reception venue. Once Melissa and Jeremy have exchanged their vows and rings on our plaza, it will be time to party, and you get to pick where that's going to happen. We've got celebrity wedding designer Colin. He's helped us line up our choices, and he's here alongside our bride, Melissa McMillan, and also out at Bagram Airfield, we've got joining us again live, Jeremy Gebhardt, and he's on duty, by the way, as we've been mentioning, in Afghanistan. Good morning again, everybody, and it's nice to have you here, Colin. So what should people be thinking about when they think about where to have a reception?
I think the most important thing with a venue is it dictates so many things. How many people you can have, when you can have it, and also you want to make sure that you can have indoors and outdoors, and make sure that you take care of the weather. And it needs to be a space that speaks to you. It needs to be a space that is going to allow you to put as much as you can in front of your guests without having to reinvent the space. So we looked at the 3 great spaces in the city, which I was quite excited about.
Right, so you considered this couple, and you chose, among your 3 choices, one of the choices is Hudson Terrace.
Yes.
Which is a venue, a place where people have parties and weddings and things like that.
It's downtown, it's young, it's hip, it's kind of chic and friendly, and it's right across there with a fabulous view of the Intrepid, so it does have that little patriotic moment as well.
And you can see a lot from those windows, including the Intrepid and from the roof deck, and there are so many things to look at.
It gives you a great view of the indoors and gives you a great view of the outdoors, and the wonderful thing is they have a big retractable ceiling, so you can start off outdoors, and if should there be a problem with the weather, we can fix it really easily.
Okay, let's take a look then at what you found.
The reason I selected the Hudson Terrace as one of the possible locations for our wedding is working with the theme of modern love. We're looking for something that was edgy, young, and downtown. The great part about this location is not only do we have the ability to be outdoors on this wonderful deck, but there's a magnificent view of the Hudson River right behind me. While we love to entertain outdoors, you should always have a good plan B. The first thing I'm going to do is remove all of this furniture and work with square tabletops with 10 guests seated at each table. And for the dancing, we're going downstairs. After they cut the wedding cake, the bridal party and guests will come down here to dance. We've got a stocked bar to keep the party well fueled.
Looks like fun. Melissa's smiling. That's a good sign. All right, and now let's take a look at another venue that Colin has picked out for you possibly, and that is the Central Park Zoo. Let's take a look at this.
Cool space.
The Central Park Zoo is an exquisite tranquil oasis right in the middle of New York's Central Park and home to over 1 million visitors a year. Behind me, the Sea Lion exhibit is an ideal spot for us to host the cocktail reception. It's a very unique venue, and not many people know that you can host a wedding in Central Park Zoo. We call it one of New York City's jewels. This great tent will serve for a wonderful venue for our reception. I love the fact that the tent is clear because it brings the outdoors in, and we protect it whether we have rain, hail or shine. From a vision point of view, I foresee 1 or 2 very long banquet tables down here. The Central Park Zoo is home to over 1,400 animals. Any proceeds that come here benefit the Wildlife Conservation Society.
Colin, this is a surprise. I think most people wouldn't realize you could get married at a zoo.
It's a great space. It really is a beautiful space. Wherever you look, it's gorgeous, it's lush, it's greeny in the middle of this oasis, right in the middle of the city.
All right, let's take a look at our 3rd choice, which is at Gotham Hall.
This is Gotham Hall. Originally commissioned as a bank, it's an historic landmark building, but recently has been host to some of the most beautiful weddings and parties in the city. The reason I love this space is because of the elegance and the scale. The details are quite extraordinary. If we look at the Corinthian-style columns, gilded ceiling with a beautiful chandelier, the domed roof with the crystal glass, all make for wonderful details. But what I really like are the finials that are used over here, Mercury and Minerva, who represent wisdom and commerce. 2 things I think every marriage would like to be blessed with. My vision for this would be to host the cocktail reception up on the mezzanine level overlooking this beautiful, elegant ballroom, and then have the bridal party seated at one long table here with all the guests seated at round tables around them.
It looks amazing. I want to ask Jeremy what he's thinking about all these choices because he's way out there in Afghanistan and about ready to come home. Jeremy, you must just be ready to lose your mind with all the excitement. You're going to get to come home from Afghanistan, see your girl, and get married. What do you think of these venues?
I think they all sound wonderful. It's so surreal to have this happen. To be here, it's not necessarily. I don't really comprehend, or I don't really see it all happening. But I know when I get home, it's gonna all hit me, and everything's gonna be amazing. So I can't wait to see what everything turns out to look like. It's gonna be great.
Okay, Melissa, he's so sweet. Obviously, it's still hitting him.
He's still in shock.
Well, I'm sure that you both are, but it's so exciting to do this with you. Colin, thank you so much this morning. And so we want to tell people how they can vote. You can go to our website at todayshow.com, and you can vote for your favorite, or you can head to facebook.com/todayshow. And don't forget to like us if that's not too hard on Facebook, to follow our wedding progress. And we will be checking our page for your comments and your votes. You can also text in your votes to 622-639. Text 1 for Hudson Terrace, 2 for Central Park Zoo, and 3 for Gotham Hall. And we'll reveal the winning location next Wednesday.